shortly after Donald Trump was sworn into office as the President of the United States of America early this year. A number of new rules and warnings were released by his administration. Some of them involved taking a tougher position against immigrants living in the U.S. without proper documentation.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute.
NTV caught up with some Ugandans in the diaspora who are attending the Uganda North America Association festival known as UNAA CAUSES in Las Vegas and sought their views on the Trump administration.
Has not been effective following up on what he said because he has been also disorganizing his program. So that helps Ugandans here to buy time, those who have not straightened out their paperwork or work. So that should be taken advantage of. A Ugandan should take advantage of the fact that there is disorganization, but also a Ugandan should be careful on things that they are doing, not getting involved in unnecessary felonies or cases and things like that, because once you get wrapped up in the law enforcement and all that, these guys are now bypassing the other blocks in court and enforcing these other conditions they could enforce, the little things they can do.
Many of them noted that the so-called Trump effect is being felt and they are living in fear of being deported.
So most of us are living in fear because of some of the statements that he's made. So let's be clear that it's not just Ugandans or people in diaspora or just African Americans. Everybody is in fear of what would become of this nation.
Some of them told NTV that they are now being cautious in how they get around since they are still working on regularizing their documentation.
So that's why, as Ugandans, we need to work together, especially here, if we're here. Because this is not our home, this is not our motherland. There's a reason why we call Africa the motherland.
But for some, they have suggested government of Uganda negotiates with the U.S. government to secure special consideration for long-term residents who are already in the process of familiarizing the stay in America.
The government of America have their own regulations which we have to follow. So there is that thing which I said that the two governments have to sit and, talk about these things and see how they can work.
However, some suggest that Trump's tough stand on immigrants may be hard to implement because it requires the participation of the judiciary and legislature, which are very independent and do not always agree with him.
What I would say is that for people who are citizens of the U.S., who have their papers straightened out, there's not much to worry about Trump because the American system has laws and checks and balances. A judge can stop a president's action. Obama was stopped on some things, Trump has been stopped on the travel ban and all that.
Thousands of Ugandans currently live and work in the United States, and the funds they remit back home are Uganda's largest source of foreign exchange. Maurice Ochol, NTV, in Las Vegas.